Like the haters can't get enough. Welcome to the Bagger Club. Like the haters can't get enough. Welcome to the Bagger Club. Bad girls.
Hey, what's up, folks? It's Corn BBY. I just finished watching an episode of The Bad Girls Club, which tonight was a really, really crazy episode. Now, let me first start off by saying that I love Tiffany. Um, the reason that I love Tiffany is because, okay, she's doing the one thing that The Bad Girls Club is originally made for, which is girls who they come in with, whatever issues and they try to fix them. Like girls who might be too promiscuous or might have an attitude problem or, might just have an anger management issue. They come into this, house together and they try to fix their issues while they're there. Anyway, Tiffany happens to do the one thing that everybody else hasn't done yet, which is change her ways. Now, I'm very, very happy that she has, but I'm also very sad that Boston, as much as I kind of liked Boston, I did, but she did the wrong thing. I mean, first off, I don't feel bad for Amber. Like, I'm not saying that her beatdown was right, but she always she always went off and started problems or whatever, and she's kind of a loose cannon when she's drunk. That's what happens. But she did not deserve a beatdown, like she didn't deserve to get jumped. And that's what the main problem is that Boston and Ailea jumped her. Like they literally jumped her and she shouldn't have been kicked while she was down defenseless on the ground in the face. She shouldn't have been kicked in the face at all. But what's worse is that, you know, Boston didn't feel bad about it. You kicked somebody in the face, you beat them down in Cancun, Mexico when you were given a trip, like they were given a trip, a free trip to Mexico. All they had to do was lounge it out, and instead they start a fight. That's ungrateful, first off. And then, what makes it worse is that, she's sitting there talking about, I don't feel bad about what I did, I'm Boston, and we don't do this in Boston, and in Boston this, and in Boston that. And she was riding the same train as Ailea. But Ailea, let me let you know, Boston, if you didn't know just yet, and you haven't seen the episodes, threw your behind out to the Mexican police, which is another thing. You don't play around with the Mexican police. Why are you going to go to Cancun to fight? Do you know how much trouble you could get in with the Mexican police? They don't run like America runs with rules and regulations, and your butt will be stuck over there. Like, she's lucky. She's lucky that it wasn't worse than that, than what they did. And then Ailea throws her butt to the wolves. The same person who, during the day, was like, yeah, I kicked her 3 times. I kicked Amber 3 times. And you know what? I don't feel bad about it. But, whatever, and blah, 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 blah. And, like she's just talking all this trash talking. But when she's questioned by the Mexican police, what does she say? Oh, I don't remember. I was grabbed by somebody and I don't remember anything. It's a blur. Bitch, are you serious? You were so lucky that there was not some kind of device where Boston could hear you speak. I'm waiting for the reunion to see what happens because I'm sure Boston's going to have a lot to say about that, and I really hope that they recap on that. And, I don't like Ailea. I don't. How could you beat somebody up and not feel like, how could you jump someone to the point where one of your friends go home because you were you jumped somebody and your friend goes home. You don't go home. You technically threw your friend out to the wolves, and you just don't feel bad all around. Like you think there's no consequences. Thank Tiffany. Thank Tiffany for putting you in check, and I really hope that you learn from it. And I hope in the reunion you come back and you apologize. And Boston, you know what? I love you, but you were wrong too. And as far as Amber, you need to start starting fights. Stop starting fights, I mean, because like you start fights a lot. You start a lot of fights just by opening your mouth. You know that. But you have a loose mouth. The same as the other Amber. Both of you need to learn I don't even know, just some caution. Just some caution. Think before you say things. Just think. Because you'll run into a lot less problems. Anyway, I'm done talking. Amber didn't deserve to get beat up. Farewell to Boston. Ailea, I'm so glad you are gone out of the house. And Tiffany, I'm so proud of you, baby. Thank you so much for being the one to realize that you were wrong and wrong is wrong. And all of y'all, have a good night, except for Ailea, except for you. Good night, guys. Much love. Mwah.